Okay, so right now I just measured the weft, and I'm going to be going in and placing beads all around where I want that weft to be. And then we will start sewing.
Sectioning and beading is the most important part of extensions because it holds the base of everything that you're doing. I like to section off my beads as the width of my thumb and the depth of the side of my pinky. This is just a good rule of thumb to make sure that you're taking enough hair into each bead and not too much. For my sectioning here, I did take slightly more than that because this client has such fine hair, and sometimes with really thin, fine hair, if you don't take enough, the bead will slip out. Since I'm doing a hidden bead method on this client, I'm now going to clip up all of the pieces of hair that are in the beads, so then I can lay down my first weft on the bottom underneath the beads and get it pinned in the place that I want it to stay. Once I'm done with the bottom weft, I can release those beads and make sure that they're all laying flat on top of that bottom weft. Then I can proceed to layer the top wefts onto the top of the beads and then redo my clips so the clips are holding all of the wefts and I'm not using just a ton of clips. So I replace the clips that I already used for the bottom weft and I just re-clip them with all the wefts inside. When you start your sewing, you never want to start in the first pocket because that's right where the edge is going to be, and if you have your knot on that edge, it's going to make it bulky, and that's not what we want. So I like to start on the third pocket and then go to the edge and then back, so it's extra secure, but it's not bulky. Then once you've finished your sewing, I like to go through and comb the weft and the hair together, make sure all of the little flyaways are laying down, that the weft feels secure, and then when you lift it up, you just want to make sure that there aren't any hairs that aren't supposed to be sewn into the beads. You just swipe it with your comb and those unwanted hairs will just lay it back down flat. It just prevents any pulling and knotting in those hairs. Then I like to go in and in between each weft and make sure that the bead looks good, that it looks secure, and that there aren't any hairs tangling where they shouldn't be. Now, starting on her second row, I'm going to use the 2-finger rule to make sure that her weft will not show when she pulls her hair up or back. So you want to place 2 to 3 fingers on the hairline to make sure that when you pull that hair up, you don't see your fingers. So you're not going to see that weft when it's under there if she pulls her hair up. After I section that all neat and clean, I'm going to measure the weft and cut it accordingly. This hair is super beautiful and it matched her natural color very well. I did root the hair on my own because she did want more of a lived-in look to match what she already had. So I did root her hair previous to the service. Now I'm just going in and beading that top row, once again making sure that Typically, you use the thumb and then the pinky as your diameters for the sizing. I just took a little bit extra to make sure these beads held very securely and they weren't going to fall out. Beading looks great now. It's just gorgeous and even, and it's all laying flat down to her head. So now we're gonna do the sewing. I did do 4 wefts for her top row. There was 1 on the bottom and 3 on top. Now I do the cut to blend. This is included in my hair extension install service. But first I'm just going to go and even out those ends from the top and the bottom. The bottom is all obviously going to be longer, so you just want to cut that to match what the top weft is laying at. And then I go in the front. I didn't get a great angle on this, unfortunately, but I just like to slide cut from where her natural hair ends down to the end of the extensions to make sure it just lays nice and flowy in the front and it just looks like natural layers. And then I go in the back and I just take sections and I alternate between going horizontally and diagonally, and I just razor cut down from where her natural hair ends all the way down her extensions to create layers that are going to look like her natural hair, so it doesn't look like she has any bulky weight line at all. Then I curled her hair using a 1 1/4 inch Bio-Ionic. It's my favorite iron for extensions because it's so long and it's very smooth. It smooths out any frizz. So it looks great, and this is the final look. She was so happy with it.